Guys, this is my 4th attempt at doing this video, and the creepiest thing happened. Every time it stops at exactly 11 minutes and 8 seconds. Every time! So, I'm going to jump right into it. Mac versus Sony. My thoughts on this question, pretty much brought up by Vegas Underground. He addressed the question being, what do you think about Mac versus Sony? Because he loves, the company of Sony, and they're a pretty great company. Eric gave his response, and this is not a bash video. I love both your videos. I just have my own opinions and my own thoughts I want to share. First off, Sony's a great company. I've seen it evolve. I grew up here in Japan, and I still am here. And Sony's a great company here. It's world-renowned, and here it's huge. And I broke my opinions up into categories of what markets, etc. First categories I'm gonna get out of the way is obviously music. I think iTunes just dominates that department. When Apple actually purchased iTunes, and it's gone great with the iPod ever since when they created the iPod and the iTunes. It just it just worked. Simply, it just worked out, and it's doing great now. It's the #1 music retailer, I'm pretty sure. And moving on to software, I personally think Sony doesn't totally get out-bombed in this market. Apple probably has more software, and they have Final Cut Pro is awesome. Final Cut Express, Live Type, Motion, Shake. They obviously have more of the graphical stuff, and they have great stuff. But Vegas is not actually a bad piece of software. I have Vegas. I use Vegas. Vegas is great. And Eric even said, it's a great piece of software. So I'll give Sony their props on that. And I honestly think that they should make more software. Start making more stuff, making more. It doesn't even have to be video editors. It can be any software. I think Sony would do a pretty good job. So that's my opinion on the software market. It's kind of not really even balanced. Apple has more of an opportunity, but Sony isn't really that far behind in the software it is. Now, computing, the biggest thing. Or actually, before I get to computing, consoles, obviously Sony has that. Apple has developed a gaming console way back when called the Pippin. But now, PS3, PS2, PS1, obviously. The only problem with the PS3 now, it doesn't have that many games or any games that really define the PS3. Anyway, I won't get into that right now. Computing. Computers, Apple dominates it. For me, yeah. Apple has that market. Sony can compete with it. They can try, But right now, Apple's just up there. Reason being is, I think right now the problem is that OEMs, manufacturers now, who just started or recently started, aren't really, they're just trying to catch up right now. Is what I mean. Apple developed this stuff way back then, and they came out with it. They designed the iMac back then, and the CRT, the G3, the translucent CRT, and ideas that manufacturers are just making now, or trying to compete with now, or something that Apple has had for the last 10 years. They're trying to mess with a market that Apple has controlled from the past to the present, to this current day. And I think personally, Sony has great all-in-ones. They had that great Media Center PC, but the iMac is just the original one. When you think of the all-in-ones, iMac is just the one that really just stands out. Reason being because Apple has controlled that market. Apple knows, they know more about the all-in-one probably than all the other manufacturers out there. My friend just today, he saw the iMac, and I wasn't there, but they told me the story, and they came running to me, and he said, they were at the computer department, and I was at home, and they said that he saw the thing, and he's like, "Wow, can you believe a monitor is this much?" And he didn't know that it was the actual desktop inside. And then my friend started laughing at it, and he said if Adrian was here, he would give you a whole lesson on this. And he was like, "What do you mean?" And they went over to me, and they got me after they went to the store, and they told me the story, and I was like, "Wow!" And he started laughing, and he couldn't believe that that the machine was all in one, like everything was right there, and that's how elegant and simplicity the machine is. I mean, it's amazing that simplicity can be so elegant, if you know what I mean by that. Their design is so simple. It can be, so sleek and elegant. It doesn't need any LEDs. It doesn't need any neon lights, anything like that. It can just be elegant as it is. So really, to me, Apple just has that presence. They have that presence that makes them Apple. Sony, I personally think, has to do that, and I think they have to stick to the three markets, that being gaming, computing, and software. Really, Apple just, they just they give the consumers easy options. When it comes to portables, they have the Sony Vios, and I really don't like the Sony Vios, personally, that's my own opinion, but Apple has the MacBook, for more basic consumers, college students would like it. They have the more advanced, the MacBook Pro, on-the-go video production, whatever it may be. They have that market easily. You don't have like 100 models. You don't have 20 models to pick from. You have two simple. You even have the MacBook Air now. So it's really Apple has that market. Apple dominates that market for me. Anyways, that's my opinions, and like I said, in the end, it just comes down to Apple has that presence, and that Sony has to do their own thing and make their own way, and hopefully, we'll see them do that in the future. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe. If you guys want to do another response, feel free to. Thanks for watching.